Hello and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. We just had a wind, but it's just died down. So we had a bit of a speaking of wind, element of air. We've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups coming in. Oh, air and water. Okay, they're having a conversation. Absolutely. And they're different elements, but the Queen is kind of going, I've got something I need to communicate or say to you. So, yeah, it really feels like there's somebody that's kind of not quite the same as you, but outside of your element in a way that you're wanting to communicate with or talk to, or there's something that needs to be resolved between you and this other person that can come through. So this reading is for the 8th of February, and we're getting closer and closer to that new moon in Aquarius, which is, I'm starting to feel it already. And because the moon will be squaring Uranus, it could be quite volatile. I do have a longer video out, so the link for that will be at the end of this video, if you haven't already seen it. But yeah, the Three of Wands. Okay, now, and the Page of Wands. Ooh, okay. The Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Okay, my goodness, look at all these fire energy coming in here. Okay, so yeah, this Queen's like going it's like there's an idea. The Queen is like your Queen of Swords is very much your internal thoughts, feelings, what's going on inside of you, how you're wanting to communicate something, your internal truth. And it's almost like seeing very clearly here that you have to trust a feeling or try and get somebody on board, like persuade somebody in some way, because there's all these sort of motivations. This Queen has got all the fire in her. She's got all this stuff she wants to do. She's wanting to activate something new. She's wanting to step into new territories, make some positive change, go exploring some new things, try and get some new results or different things coming towards her. And she's up against the King of Cups. She's trying to convince this King energy, which is the King of Water, to come along with her. It's like, let's do this too. So whether this is a part of you that is an emotional part that is trying to regain some or find some kind of emotional balance, or whether this is another person that just feels like, okay, it's like, how do you convince the ocean to turn into fire? It's like, how do I convince the ocean to move? So it almost feels strangely like it just feels like this huge impossible thing, like trying to push the ocean, push against the tide almost, or try to get to the depths or something deeper that you're searching for here, or getting deeper and closer towards somebody perhaps, or just trying to find the answers, and I just need to go deeper to get them. It's interesting. There's a bit of tension with this new moon energy. I'm starting to feel it. Like I'm getting and it's not usual feelings for me. It's a little bit of like, just feeling a bit jittery or on edge, or just a bit of anxiety or tension I'm feeling with it. And I don't even know why. And, it's interesting, because my son is actually an Aquarius moon, and his moon is at 23 degrees of Aquarius, and this new moon's at 20 degrees of Aquarius. So I was like, okay, we could have an interesting couple of days, and a lot of emotions are happening. So it's actually really good to understand the emotional tides that we're seeing here with the King of Cups, is that sometimes it's like you need to talk yourself out of something or find your own inner clarity so that you can work with these big, deep emotional feelings. They keep showing me the ocean here that this King of Cups is sitting above, and he's fine. He's got his little throne and balancing on top of the water, finding his emotional balance. But it's almost like, it's knowing that it's still there, these kind of waves of emotion that can be coming and going and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it can actually be this sense of really, there could be new ambitions that are coming up out of this as well. But it really feels like it's like my head's saying one thing, I'm wanting to do another, I'm wanting to do something. I feel like there's something I want to enact in my life and do something differently, or bring in this change, or do something exciting or different and yeah, there could even be travel or adventure or something like that around it. But it just has this sense of, I just need to change or do something differently here. But then she's up against this huge ocean of like feelings. And so it may be not to kind of push against the tide too much if there's these sort of fluctuations of feelings that are coming through, in terms of, I feel like what this Queen of Swords needs to do is take a step back and check in, come back inside and check in, find the clarity. Okay, what am I saying yes to here? What do I want to change? What am I activating in my life at this moment? But it's might be something new you've already brought in or wanting to bring in, but there just might be these weird, like kind of waves of emotions around it, like the need to find some kind of emotional balance around, trusting that there's these messages to shift and change. And it can feel a little bit like something's been agitated. So people can be agitated or irritable, or people could be making these kind of rash energies. But it's like, I'm feeling like there's this sense of trying to do something and feeling like you're pushing against the tide a little bit with it. But at the same time, there's these ambitions, but there's all these like big, it's like, I've got to cross this ocean to get there. So if that makes any sense, because it just really, it could be a little bit confusing, this energy. It's sort of like all the Queen, like the Queen of Swords, the swords and the wands are all stations go, we want to move forward and flow. And then it just feels like, they're ready to move forward and move quickly. But there's this slower moving energy of this King of Cups energy, which is, how do I trust my intuition, or how do I trust these deep feelings, or am I just engulfed in this ocean of feelings that can be coming through here, and feeling a bit like, okay. So it's kind of just this interesting energy of potentially new ambitions that are coming through with some waves of emotion. Even I'm struggling to try and describe the feeling I'm getting, because I feel like I'm being pushed, pulled, or I'm a bit all over the shop, really. And that might just be the energy, because it feels like the element of water isn't in alignment with the element of air and the element of fire. And so it's just like this one thing that just feels like it's not quite aligning. But it's a big energy, it's not like it's the ocean. It's not like a little puddle of water. So it feels like, okay, they're not quite all in alignment. There's something that's not quite feeling like it's all flowing. It feels like there's a bit of a block of energy that could be something coming up from that ocean. That could be something subconscious, could be a deep emotion, could be waves of emotion, could be anything that comes in from those deep places that you think about the floor of the ocean. It's unknown. There's a lot in there that we don't know about. It's dark. So there could be some dark places that people could feel like they're going into as well with this. But yeah, I just feel it's sort of like not the time to try and push something forward if it's not ready, is the feeling I'm getting. Or if somebody's not ready, they're like, I'm not ready, I'm not feeling it, but you might be. So it's sort of got this sense of it really needs to have a little bit of extra time for these energies to feel like they're both working together. They're all working together, moving in the right direction, in the same direction at least. So that's kind of what it feels like. It just needs a little bit of patience whilst there's something coming up from the deep there that is going to be illuminated, and potentially you're going to see it quite clearly. And for some of you, this could be suddenly feeling really motivated, really driven, really ambitious. That can come through with it as well. So it's just, there's so much that can be coming up with this. That's what I say. The ocean is deep, and whatever's coming up from that ocean, this Queen of Swords is trying to get clear about what that is. and then trying to go, okay, let's take action with whatever it is, whatever this feeling, this deep feeling is that's coming in here. And it could be something new, something that you haven't seen before, or something new that you want to explore. But ultimately what I'm getting is that whatever it is, it has the potential to enact a change that could be positive when everything feels like it's flowing. So yeah, that's the reading for the 8th. And yeah, tomorrow will be the reading for the new moon on the 9th and the 10th, depending on where you are in the world. So yeah, and we'll see how those readings align with the other reading that I did on the new moon. So I did get the message actually to start doing new moon and full moon readings. So that is going to be a regular thing that I'm going to start doing, because Uranus has been chatting to me a lot of late about some of the changes that are meant to be coming in for me. And yeah, there's been a bit of like resistance, but that was just a simple one. I thought, yeah, that's an easy one. I can do that one. So anyway, looking forward to seeing where this new moon goes. As we know, it is a beautiful new moon. It's a dark moon. So again, they just keep showing me darkness, 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 like the dark depths of the ocean, the bottom of the ocean. And this is potentially where some of these seeds are coming up from the ocean floor deep inside of us. So it's about setting some intentions. That Queen of Swords is trying to get really clear about what those intentions are, making sense of something new that potentially is coming up that she is either trying to make sense of or wanting to do. And yeah, it's a sense of, I just keep getting, you're going to have to sit with these energies, sit with them. With Uranus around, yes, that could be major revelations or insights or huge perspective shifts that could come in, epiphanies that could come through with this as well. But it's kind of like one of those things that will happen at different times for everybody. So, but in the meantime, if you've got planets at 20 degrees, give or take, 3 or 4 degrees of the fixed signs or the air signs. So the fixed signs are Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio, or in Libra and Gemini. You're potentially going to be really feeling this new moon, because it packs a little bit of a punch with that square to Uranus. So yeah, I'm going to, funny, I've talked a lot because this Queen of Swords wants to talk. She wants to communicate. So that's what it's like. She's like, I got a lot I've got to work through and process here and get off my chest. So yeah, that might be another thing. It is a element of air. It's an Aquarius new moon. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and take care.